Peace, family. I am Reelaviolette Ward, author of Mourning, My Inner Black Girl Child, also known as my book Baby. I am going to be reading a few selected poems from my book, starting with Black Girl Blue Soul on page 2. In one moment in time, on one day in June, in my 23rd year of life, the ground slipped from under my feet and suddenly I was uprooted. I heard a word from a girl I once knew and it shifted the meaning of my lifetime. Unprotected, she said, unprotected all your life. It had been 10 years since I commenced the mourning of my Black girlhood, a 13-year-old grieving the loss of herself. I chucked my Converse Chuck Taylors across the Schuylkill River and traded them in for some too tight Tango heels. Held my own selfhood in my hands for the very first time. Finally felt like I knew what my body was made for. Fornicated with devils and sung old school blues, bound myself to belonging, battled depression in Daisy Dukes, thigh-high boots, crop tops, knee-high socks, satin lingerie, longed for the gaping hole in my chest to be filled, even when I did not know it existed in the world so naked and bare that I was never, ever made aware of it. There I was on her living room sofa, sipping sparkling cider like it wasn't soda, serenaded by the way she placed synonyms and verbs together to vividly paint a picture of those 10 years between 13 and 23. She told me my childhood had happened all wrong. My mother had birthed me and raised me all wrong. Protection was never possible for girls like me. Security was never deserved for girls like me. And I realized how vulnerable I had been to the entirety of the world for the entirety of my life. How easy it was for someone in some small moment to tell me all the things that no one had ever loved me enough to say. Rose-colored glasses fell from crystallized eyes and crashed into concrete like champagne glasses falling from her kitchen counter in slow motion. I could not counter her argument, only could nod and dance a dangerous two-step with my heart carrying burdens that I never buried deep enough. I had to do something different, had to say something more real, owed it to myself to become a voice of rigorous truth, brutal and burdening honesty. To go to that dark purple place in my memory when I stood on the side of the road when I was abandoned, stranded, unclothed, unknown, unprotected, neglected, disrespected, distraught. I had to go to that place on the side of that road and I had to dig. So this is the digging up of my truth, the transition from my 13-year-old memory to my 23rd reality and the years that still linger in their wake. I turn to these pages to cover me, and I cover these pages to heal. Inner Black girl child. They say inner child will return me to myself. They say inner child will save my life. But my inner child be Black girl. She ain't never knew much about living. She can't barely recall a time when she wasn't already grown. How chasing a traumatized child and me gonna save my life? Inner Black girl child. There is a Black girl within every Black woman healing. She be gateway to spiritual selves, healer of intergenerational wounds, divine relation to mother ancestors. She birthed intergenerational healing for every woman of our bloodline who couldn't. Carefree Black girl. I was raised in ribboned rainbows, wrote carefree Black girl code book and preteen diaries before there ever was a hashtag. Recentered reality by Mrs. Moon, reconfigured earth in cornered bedroom closet, ran miles away from world in lily pasted living room, rode bicycle boats cross cluttered kitchen cabinets, danced disco diva on dusty dining room tables, rained on my own parade in bubbled bathtub to teach 6-year-old self even rainbows know their share of showers. Found my soul as child of chalkboard scratching, curated imaginary space for girls like me to be free, and I was free. Every time I crafted cardboard boxes into makeshift high heels with my superhuman synchronated sister. Every time Crayola cracked open mystery colors in my palm. Every time I drew brown girl on white page, attached barleys and bows on lopsided head, braided silky satin extensions and afro puffs, drew in swoop bangs and beaded bangles, named her Carisha Felicia LaViolet, created images for myself, of myself, when no one else in the world would. I'm gonna skip around a little bit, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for witnessing my poetry and my truth. Just seeing where my spirit wants to go in this text. I think I want to do one more. Yeah, I want to go to black holes. And that is on page, I'm going to tell you in a second. Here we go, page 90. So I'm on page 90. This will be the last piece I do. This is black holes. Me, a black woman who is a black hole, holds close everything that is sacred. Me, a black hole who is a mother to myself, holds close everything that is chaotic, floating like friction galaxies that escape my slit of wrist. Me, a black girl gone wrong, holds close the black hole of a womb that ruptures each time I take me home. Me, whose unhealed holes made her not know herself. Me, with each black hole in my heart, with each black scar that scrapes my throat. Me, a black girl who is also a black hole, who be stuck in the hold of the wake. Me, who have no map to make sense of. Me, a whole black girl, woman, child, womb of the wake, wandering soul. Me, who sensed something greater than flesh and spirit. Me, a recollection of black holes, a curation of the unclothed, a citation of bare-boned, naked, nude, unnurtured holes in every single black girl, woman, child I know. Me, a mosaic of all the unwhole folks who claim black and womb by their surname. Me, a compilation of catastrophe, an exhibition of the catastrophic Eurosphere that forced me into black holes. Me, who is hurting from all those holes. Me, a skin cell, me, an inkwell, me, unwatered, me, a plucking out of root, me, a floating with no shoes, a feather with no grounding, me, a moment of collapse in space-time, a sinking into my own black hole with hopes of coming back whole. Me, a handful of honey, a hair strand of kink, a cloth patterned with memory, a gourd made for drinking, a psalm and a jazz made for thinking, me and all the things I never knew to love float into the abyss of me. Me and the combination of every black hole I own rupture a myth of bliss. We become unknown to ourselves, a Satan waiting to bloom. And when I am still, the loving black mother in me reminds me, soon, black hole, you will learn how you survived, how you climbed yourself outside yourself right before your moon. Soon, black girl, you will learn the love of mystic darkness is what saved you. The sacred of her covering, the care of her hold on you, how she suck you in, make you stuck with sin just so you could return to you soon. You yearning, mourning, breathing black hole, you black woman child will thank your womb for rebirthing you, for renaming you whole, for renaming your black hole whole, holder of all that is sacred, releaser of all that has wings, that which can afford to fly from you and find home in someone else's. Soon, my child, you will see that there could be no growth beyond black holes, that journeying deeper into some soil is the only way to work with your hands to heal the holes who summon you. Soon, someone will say something about a hatred for darkness, and you will understand it as an anti-God, a hatred for holes, a refusing of whole. Soon, you will realize that black girls with holes all learn to disguise themselves as you. Soon, you will see in the learning of your womb that darkness always brings truth. Ashe, thank you so much again for tuning in, for tapping in to Mourning My Inner Black Girl Child by Reelaviolette Bots Ward. If you don't already got your copy, go ahead and visit blackwomenhealing.com/book. That is Black Women Healing, women with an X.com/book for the link to purchase your copy. Much love, family. Peace.